everybody, so today I'm going to be filming 20 things I have learned since turning 20. I always get messages from people asking me about advice and stuff like that. So I thought I would sit down and give you some pieces of advice that I have learned in my 20 years of life. I'm just gonna go ahead and get straight into this video. Here is 20 things that I have learned since turning 20. Let's go. Number 1, try to have no expectations of people. Something that I've learned, which is really sad but also quite comforting when you think about it, is that people don't owe you anything. You will end up disappointed if you think that people will treat you the way that you treat them. In an ideal world, that would be amazing, but the reality of it is that not everyone has the same heart as you. So if you go in with no expectations for people, you can't be disappointed. Comparing yourself is the worst thing you can do. Comparing yourself to someone else or someone else's achievement or what someone else has done that you haven't, there is nothing good that can come from it. I've been reading a book called Happiness is a State of Mind, and I found this really amazing quote. The quest for perfection or trying to be beyond compare eats people up inside because perfection is an impossible goal. Disappointment is inevitable. Number 3, appreciate people's opinions. Listen to what they have to say and understand it from their point of view, because everyone has different opinions and that's okay. Every dream or desire that you have inside of you, for example, if you dream of being an actor, that dream has been put inside of your head for a reason. Why do you think that everyone has different dreams? We have been born with these desires different to everyone else. No dream is unobtainable, and I strongly believe that anything is possible. You've just got to have a goal and just figure out how you're gonna smash that goal out. Just ask yourself, even if it's gonna take you 10 years, ask yourself, how are you gonna get there? And then take those baby steps every day to try and reach that goal, and I promise you that it is a lot easier than you think. Number 5, school is not the best years of your life, and I can swear by this. That being said though, always try your best in school and remember that it does actually fly by really, really quickly, and I promise once you graduate you will be like, wow, that went by so fast. So if you are going through a tough time at school, I promise you that there is an end and you are doing amazing and everything's gonna be okay, and all the high school drama that you're going through right now will not exist in 2 months time. Sorry, I could talk about this for ages. I'm gonna move on. Okay, don't cause yourself any stress, grief, anxiety, or hurt your mental health for a part-time temporary job. Looking after yourself is so important, and if you aren't mentally okay to go to your shift at work, call in sick, just remember that you're not letting them down and you need to put yourself first. And I know this sucks to hear, but any job at the end of the day is a company and you're just there to help them. And if you decide to quit, you're gonna be replaced. So if you need a day off for your mental health, take it. Look after yourself. You are so, so important. You are worth more than any job in the world. Happiness is a state of mind. Don't look at happiness as something that could possibly happen in the future. Don't put conditions on your happiness. For example, if I get an A on this test, then I'm gonna be happy, because you're always gonna be chasing something and you're always gonna be wanting something more. You will never be satisfied if you're constantly putting conditions on your happiness. Be grateful and appreciate everything that you have right now. Right here, right now. It's okay to say no. Wish I could go back to my 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old self and say it's okay to say no. I, for the longest time, just could not say no to anyone. Always had this thing where I didn't want to let anyone down, and although I might think that I'm being a nice person for not saying no, I'm actually hurting myself because I'm doing things and getting myself into situations that I don't want to be in just because I don't want to say no. Please say no. Never let loneliness drive you back to toxic relationships or toxic friendships. The key to everything is to be grateful. It's so simple. Just remember that nothing new or nothing exciting can be attracted into your life if you don't already appreciate what you have already. Focus on the good and you will attract more good. It's like a chain reaction. Focus on good things, more good things will come. Try it, it works. Going out of your comfort zone is the best thing that you can do, because you're either going to learn something, you're going to grow as a person, and I just promise that something good is going to come from it. If you're holding yourself back from something because you're scared of failure, you're already failing by not trying. Thank you, Sabrina, for that quote. It has stuck by me and I will always, always, always remember that. Love you. Always try to look at situations from someone else's point of view. For example, if your friend does something that you don't necessarily agree with and it makes you angry, take a step back and look at the situation from their point of view and understand why they did that. They might have reacted that way or done that thing because to them that was the right thing to do. And there isn't one correct way of doing anything, and you need to remember that this world other people live in and other people need to make decisions for themselves as well. Try to understand the situation and understand what someone else is going through instead of resorting straight to anger or being upset. Reflect on how they may be feeling too. I actually have a really quick story that relates to this. I'll be really quick, I promise. So on Christmas Eve, I was doing my last final Christmas shopping. I know I left it really late. Shops were super busy and I accidentally bumped into this woman and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And she turned back and she was like, you need to watch where you're going. And she was really angry and I got really upset because I was like, why did she react that way? I didn't mean to do it. And then I thought about it and was like, I need to look at that from her situation. Maybe she's been having a stressful day because it's almost Christmas and she's getting all her last Christmas presents, and maybe that's why she reacted the way that she did. And also when I think about it from her point of view, if she looked at that situation and thought about maybe I just accidentally bumped into her as an accident, none of that conflict would have happened. She wouldn't have been angry because she would understand that I didn't mean to do it on purpose, if that makes sense. I don't know, it just kind of made me think that if everyone looked at situations from the other person's point of view and tried to understand why they're doing that or reacting that way, there would be hardly any conflict, because I feel like conflict is all just misinterpretations of scenarios. I don't know, I'm having like an epiphany right now. You are so much stronger than you think you are. How important it is to set goals for yourself. Not only that, but also to celebrate the little achievements you make as you work up to your goal. Sometimes you can be on this level and a goal is way up here. Going like this, trying to achieve your goal, you're gonna have setbacks. If you do one thing, one step closer to achieving your goal, remember to celebrate that too, because they're the stepping stones that lead you to the end result, which is your goal. So you also need to celebrate the smaller things. Remember that. Sometimes you need to put yourself first and stop feeling bad for people. Money does not make you happy, and materialistic objects only provide temporary happiness and will only fill a very temporary void. There is always going to be things that you don't like about your body, and if you change one thing, there's always going to be another thing that you don't like. And I realized this, and it's super eye-opening, because it just makes you realize that you just need to love what you've got and love what you've been given, because no one else is you. You are your own person. You have your own talents. You have your own beauty. You have your own imperfections. You have your own perfections, and that's amazing. Celebrate that instead of trying to change yourself to be this perfect, ideal person, when in reality, perfection does not exist. Loving yourself and having self-love is something that is so important. Overthinking is so pointless, because you're literally just coming up with scenarios in your head that will not happen. Just pointless. I just thought of another one, I'm gonna throw it in. Nothing is ever as bad as you think it will be. Every person that you befriend, that you meet in your life, will teach you something. Some friendships may last your whole entire life, and some friendships may only last for a couple of months, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, and that is okay. People will constantly be coming and going from your life, and I've found that a really nice way of looking at it is that people come into your life for a reason. Every single person that you meet or come across teaches you a lesson. You learn something from it, and when you've learned everything that you can from a person, or when you've experienced what you were supposed to experience, it's time to move on, and those people will drift away, and that's okay. And there's always going to be new people coming into your life, and you should accept them with open arms. There is new friendships to be formed, and it is amazing. So keep on making those friends. When you're with your friends or your family or just anyone, always give them your full attention. Put your phone away. These days, people are so caught up in their phones and social media, and they're not present in reality because they're always scrolling online when they've literally got a human interaction in front of them, but then they still continue to be on their phones, and I just don't understand that. Okay, so that marks the end of this video. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I hope this video was able to give you some life advice or help you in any way. If it does, I am a very happy chappy, so yay. I'm also curious if you guys have anything that you have learnt or any advice that you would like to give. Leave it down in the comments below, because I would love to see them, and also you never know, you might need that advice and it literally might change their life. So if you have anything, leave it down below. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. I shall see you in my next video if you want to watch my next video. Goodbye. Mwah. Oh no, thumbnail time. I'm gonna light the candles. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm nervous. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my I'm so scared it's gonna flick on me. I don't like this, oh my god. Whew. That was stressful. Set the fire alarm off, oh my god. Mom. Alright, it has stopped. My ears are ringing so bad. Oh, my head hurts. That was an eventful end to this video. I'm gonna leave this video now. I shall see you on the flip side when this video is on the YouTube. It's my final goodbye. I love you all. Good.